Like many of you, I was introduced to compassion at an event where I had the opportunity to sponsor a child whose packet was sitting under my seat. At that time, I passed on that opportunity. It's one that I have since regretted for many, many years. In fact, it's one that Brianna and I have talked about many, many times, wondering if that child that we passed on was ever partnered with a family. Since that time, of course, many of you know that compassion has become an integral part of our church. We believe it is a reflection of the kingdom of God to love and to put ourselves in relationship with those who would materially be considered the least of these, and yet often spiritually have so much to give us. And so as we come to the close of Compassion Month, I want to encourage you once again to consider not only sponsoring a child, but maybe sponsoring a second. And not only sponsoring a second, but if you already sponsor children, maintaining the relationship with those children, because they are more than a packet or a project. They are people made in the image of God. So as we close out our Compassion Month, that is our encouragement to you, to lean in to this wonderful gift, to see the gift of God that it is to participate in the life of this child, to write letters, as we have said so many times, so that it is more than a project, but an opportunity to know a person and receive from them. And lastly, to consider that next year, we may be facing the greatest global food shortage of any modern time, and that you and I have an opportunity to be a part of that relief, not for the sake of the relief, but for the sake of the kingdom and the joy of God's people. We're in this together. And if we do this together, we can affect significant change. So I invite you again, consider sponsoring a child. If you don't, you can text the number on the screen and text renovation to that number. If you're already sponsoring a child, maybe consider making the sacrifice for a second. And if you can't make a sacrifice for another child, ensure that you're maintaining the relationship with the one you have. This is some of the most important kingdom work that we could possibly participate in. I love you all. God bless you.